So the French. Prior to the making of this video, I only knew about 3 things about France. That their best soccer player is a dictator. The most famous song about them is a Kanye song. You know which one. And that you can go inside the Eiffel Tower, which I found out from Rush Hour 3.
Get off that damn rope, I'm shooting you and the damn Temptations. Right now!
Which goes to show that even from a bad movie, you can learn something good. Thanks to these movies, I have learned that my depression means nothing. Because French people are born depressed from the movies I saw. And I don't think that it helped that the first movie I saw was... Going into this film, I only knew 2 facts about it. One was that it wasn't featured in sentimental value. I tried to buy it at Barnes & Nobles, but somebody stole it. Whoever did that, fuck you. And the second is that someone tattooed part of the storyboard onto their arm, which I thought, hey, this must mean that the movie is fun. It's a cool movie to watch with people, right? I was wrong. Severely wrong. The film, on the surface, sounds very ordinary. Erica, as per the title, is a piano teacher in her early to mid 40s when, out of nowhere, she runs into Walter, this guy in his early to mid 20s, who, upon seeing Erica play piano, is instantly in love with her and says, Erica, I want you to teach me piano. And in return, I'll teach you how to love right. Yes, it kind of does go out like that. On the surface, it does sound like this
as I promise, like, and even it's
horrible Netflix romance movie that gets made, and you wonder who wrote it, why did they make it, and most importantly, do people actually watch this? But then the film, things get serious, and I love it for that. The directing from Michael Haneke and performances from Isabelle Huppert and Benoit Magimel are so great that I am surprised that I have barely found out about this movie. Literally, if it wasn't for sentimental value and the memes about it, I would never have seen this film. The film, based on the novel by Alfred Jenical, is really a great psychological drama, exploring the themes of sexual repulsion in women and what it could lead to. And I think Erica is the worst case scenario, so it can't be that bad. For the first 15 minutes or so, I thought this was going to be just an ordinary drama. And then I realized, hey, no, it's not. Things are gonna get weird. It all happened with the tissue scene. For those who haven't seen the film or have, let me remind you in the most PG way possible of what occurred. Erica goes into this adult store. You know what I mean. And I guess this is how they did it back in the old days. In this adult store, you could watch an adult video in a room, just private, at your own leisure. So Erica goes in there, despite getting weird looks from men. I don't know, I think it's kind of funny that they look at her weirdly. Meanwhile, they're just discussing among each other in an adult's video store. Erica doesn't go in there to fulfill herself the way a man would, by watching the video and having a good laugh, as one would say. No, Erica puts on a video of some very hardcore stuff, may I add, and instead of doing stuff with her body, she gets her hand, reaches into a trash bin that has the tissues of all the boogers that these men left out, and she begins to sniff them. Erica gets off on sniffing tissues from men and watching adult videos. And if you think, well, yeah, that's weird. not even that, maybe that's weird. It is weird. It can't get worse than that. I hate to say it, in a great way it does. Erica is a very unique person, as you could tell. But as the movie goes on, I have to admit, I did feel this odd paradigm in my head shifting where I thought, hey, maybe Erica is a victim in the whole story. Let me explain. Look, in the start, there's the tissue scene. Then there's another scene where Erica purposely injures her students. Yeah, her own student who's in her early teens by putting broken glass in her jacket, all because of this. Walter, the guy that likes Erica, Walter made the girl laugh. And Erica saw this and she said, fuck you, you little hoe. I'm gonna injure your career. Literally, later in the film, we found out that the girl may potentially never play at the same level at the piano as she did before. And Erica doesn't really care. Well, she doesn't. I'll get back to that in a little bit. But when this happens, Erica flees the scene. Not because she's like, oh, I'm scared that they might catch on. No, Erica has to use the bathroom. When Erica's horny, she pees. And she does this later on when she watches some people fucking in a car. Erica's just weird. And then you find out that Erica gets sexually assaulted. You don't find that out. It actually happens in the movie, and it's really bad. This is what I mean, where the acting is so good that you want to look away, but it feels disrespectful to the performances on the screen. Erica gets sexually assaulted, which leads to her having a big bruise in her eye. And nobody, not even Erica's own mother, nobody mentions anything. Erica's about to perform on stage. People are coming up and saying, Erica, you're so talented. We can't wait to see you up there. Yada yada. Meanwhile, Erica has a bruise the size, like around like this size, like around her eye. And nobody says anything. And the worst part is that the last people to come in is this group where Walter's smiling with them, having a laugh. And he just looks at Erica and just keeps smiling. And Erica's all alone at this point, right? So Erica brings out a knife from her pocket purse. What am I saying? From her purse. And at first, I thought Erica's about to commit murder. Which, you know what? You got sexually assaulted. I can't really condemn you and say you did the wrong thing. But no. Erica instead stabs herself, walks out the theater, and walks out of frame. And that's how the movie ends. And that's why I love this film so much. I think this is a perfect ending. It's very ambiguous. You could say this happened, and I can't say you're right and I can't say you're wrong because it's all up in the air. To me, the ending is where I realized Erica might have been the victim the whole time. And yes, despite all the things she does in the film, I feel bad for Erica. I sympathize with her. And I think that she really had no chance in life to ever become normal, to not become the person she ultimately did. Erica is a child, literally. Despite being in her early to mid 40s, she is very childlike. It's to the point that if Erica goes out, Erica will tell her assistants at the place she works, hey, if my mom calls, just tell her that I'm helping some students out, that I'm on a date. And Erica doesn't do any of that. Erica will go out to the streets and just watch people. To Erica, a good relationship is, from the adult videos she sees, it's hardcore. And just like a child, Erica has a bad addiction to porn. Erica's a porn addict, I'm sorry. And part of her porn addiction leads to another act of her that's kind of bad, voyeurism, which is the act to watch people in real life have sex. Is there something wrong with voyeurism? Who am I to judge? But Erica does it the wrong way because she doesn't get consent from anyone. And this all contributes to her childlike acts. And this is all because of her mother. Erica's mother, despite, like I said, Erica being in her 40s, Erica's mother is controlling. Despite Erica paying all the bills, Erica's mother is the one in control. Erica's mother dictates what Erica wears. It's so bad that Erica literally, in the first scene, comes back home to her mother destroying her garments because according to the mother, it's too sexual. This is another thing in Erica that causes her a problem. Her sexual repulsion. She's not allowed to express herself sexually. And then you wonder why she's watching all this porn. And just like a fucking teenager, I never did this, but I'm guessing this is how they did it back in the old days. Erica hides sexual toys and magazines under her bed like a fucking child. She's in her 40s. And yet I feel bad for Erica. Because she had no chance. The only time Erica sympathizes with somebody is the very child that she hurt. Because the mother comes up to her and says that my child will never be able to play the same again according to the doctor. And this sucks because my daughter's so ugly that her only good attribute was her playing piano. And that all the hard work, yes, the mother says all the hard work that we did has gone to waste. And Erica just looks at the mother like, bitch, are you crazy? You didn't put no work. It was your daughter. And despite Erica fucking up with the child, she feels bad for the child. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I said, this movie, I could talk about it for hours, but I have to stop because I've tried to do this part like 10 times and I just keep rambling on. This is a must-see movie, in my opinion. Even if you don't like dramas, watch it. If you don't like psychological dramas, watch it. If you don't like foreign films, watch it. If you hate French people, watch it. Get over your hate for the French. Isabelle Huppert put on a performance that I never hear anyone talk about, which sucks because I'm like, this is what an Oscar is. Alex, I know you're watching this. If you're watching this, you're so fucking stupid. He said Timothée Chalamet was a great actor. No, Isabelle Huppert is a great actor. No, get out of my fucking face. In conclusion to all this, this is a 4 out of 4 for me. And if I had to put it into its own subcategory, I would put it into do not watch with anyone around. Because after the film, they will look at you and they will start to wonder, what kind of person am I living with? Or what kind of friend is this in my life? Still watch it though, please. Just don't tell anyone you did. Now, despite me saying that all these French movies are depressing, they are. None of them will ever reach the levels of Piano Teacher. So from here on out, you're on a safe level. And The Samurai, I want to say, is perhaps the best combination of cool and sad film that I've seen in my life. Little Samurai is a noir film, and like any noir film, it has a very basic plot. A hitman gets hired to take out a boss at a club, but upon being apprehended by the police, they begin to suspect that despite Costello being cleared of the crime, that he did it no matter what. So now he's being hunted down by the police and by his employer because part of the job description was to not get caught and not be suspected. Pretty basic, but holy shit, the way it's executed, it's just so great. The directing from Jean-Pierre Melville and Alain Delon, two people who I've never heard of in my life. Their execution was so well that I just want to see more of their works from here on out. And Alain Delon, look, no homo to the guy. This guy's fucking good. And it makes sense why Jean-Pierre Melville wrote the film for Alain Delon to play Jeff Costello. He didn't want anyone else. Lily, he went up to Alain Delon and said, dude, you, me, this movie, we were make or break. I can't do this without you, baby. And thankfully, Alain Delon said, I love you too, Jean-Pierre Melville. Let's do this. Alain Delon, in every scene he's in, I don't like to use this word a lot because I find it very corny. Alain Delon has this aura on him. For 95% of the film, I would say that Jeff Costello doesn't talk. And if he does, it's very minimal, very right to the point. But, like the cool guy he is, Jeff Costello lets his actions talk for him. Jeff Costello, he's literally mogging. I think Alain Delon invented mogging because there's no other way. I never seen a performance like this in any other film prior to this, where this guy is so fucking cool. Am I glazing? I think I'm glazing too hard. Let me get off of it. But instead of getting off the glaze train, let me put on to Jean-Pierre Melville. Jean-Pierre Melville, I was unfamiliar with your game. Like I said, he mixes the French with the noir so perfectly. What are the French? Depressed people. And France has this very natural color palette in the film that feels very great. It feels complementary to everything around, from the police departments to the clubs to even Jeff Costello. It's the opposite of bright. I would say it's just grayish tones, but it's so beautiful. It reminds me of Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock's, but just the opposite. Instead of it everything being bright and cheery, it's just fucking depressing. But it works so well to capture the world of not just France at the moment, but Jeff Costello, what he's going through in his own mind. Part of the struggle in Jeff Costello is that he's part of an ever-changing world that he could just not fit into anymore. Jeff Costello lives by a code no matter what, and he sticks by it. But when it comes to the fucking payment, they try to kill him. And Jeff Costello realizes, hey, where are the valuables in this world? Everybody hates each other, and I can't do my job because, hey, even though I'm a bad guy, I still have a code. And us bad guys are supposed to have a code. But no, that all goes out the window when the guy who hired him says, hey, Jeff Costello, you know what? I tried to kill you. Let's let bygones be bygones. I'll give you your money if you kill my wife. Because his wife was the pianist at the club who, when called in to identify, she's the reason that Jeff Costello gets out. And Jeff Costello's like, what? Your wife is the reason I'm out? Your wife is the reason that you're not in prison? And you want me to kill her because she's a loose end? This is when Jeff Costello realizes the world I live in isn't what it is no more. Which plays perfectly into the end when Jeff Costello dies. Yes, warning, Jeff Costello dies. But despite that warning, please see this film. It's so good. It's that film, and this is gonna sound like an odd compliment. You can have it on in the background and just look at it. It's an ever-changing picture where every frame is just, wow, that's fucking good. How did I never think about that? That's just fucking amazing. And it's so simple too. And I think what makes it so simple and so great, shadows. This film captures shadows at the best level. Shadows are so sexy in this film. You're like, oh, look at that shadow. Look at Jeff Costello coming out into the light. It looks so great. These days, that shit would have been lit up. You're like, I can see you, bro. Like, there's no mystery in this. I'm just saying, look, I love shadows. Bring shadows back. So now back to the ending, which is what most people watch a video about these for. Jeff Costello dies, but he doesn't die on accident. Most people die by accident. Jeff Costello dies on purpose. I'm gonna get into a theory later on. Very dumb theory, but I think I might be reaching, but I don't think so. I just think I'm bad at articulating, which is pretty obvious from you watching me talk. You're like, this guy, he's probably pretty stupid, and I agree with you, but I love it. Jeff Costello, after killing the boss of the pianist's husband, goes to the club, and everybody there's like, dude, we remember you from the police lineup. What are you doing here? Alain Delon, being the cool guy he is, doesn't say a word, just gives a look, and he's like, and his look says it. You know what I'm here to do. Alain Delon goes slowly and smoothly, like the fucking slow guy walking in Family Guy meme. He goes up to the pianist, holds his gun up. Dude, even the way he fucking holds his gun is so fucking cool. I can't stop glazing, dude. I don't care. This is necessary glaze. If you're not glazing this, I don't think you like the film. And if she didn't like the film, I don't like you. Jeff Costello raises the gun to the pianist. They have a little exchange, but then Jeff Costello gets fucking shot 10,000 times by the police. Literally from all angles, dude. You would have thought it's R6. He would have never survived anything. And they're like, get the gun, right? I'm like, dude, he's dead, but whatever. The police chief goes up to the pianist and he's like, what did he say? And this is the part where I would tell you what the pianist said, but I already forgot. It's been like a week since I saw the film. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because the police grunt goes up to the police chief and says, Chief, the gun was empty. This is where we go into theory time. Like I said, Costello realizes his world is corrupted. It's not the same as it is anymore. Jeff Costello is a man who will not change either. He has set in his ways and said he's set in his old ways, and the old ways are dead. If the old ways are dead, Jeff Costello is dead. So Jeff Costello dies in the most oral way possible too. He goes up to the pianist, and despite the gun being empty, the gun wasn't really empty. All the bullets ever missing were in the police officer's guns. And that's how Jeff Costello died. Jeff Costello died from his own bullets that he magically put. You get what I'm saying? Jeff Costello died on purpose. And it's such a great ending. I think if I saw this 3 years ago, but I would have been like, this was stupid. No, now it's like, oh, that's beautiful. If I see it one more time, I might even shed a tear. I didn't shed the tear the first time because my mouth was like that. I get this film a 3 out of 4 with its own subcategory of aura. Yes, it's corny. Yes, I hate to say it, but god damn it, you can't deny it when you see it.
In today's video, we are going to be talking about bathroom do's and don'ts.
And finally, the last film I'm gonna talk about, The 400 Blows, which I want to say has the perfect name because you get what you ask for. This movie fucking blows. And I have a confession to make. To me, Jurassic Park is a little bit of a horror film. I admit, I am a big pussy. I admit. And still, I love that movie. So I'm thinking, 400 Blows must be at minimum good or okay if it's higher than Jurassic Park. Hell, 400 Blows has a higher rating than Grown Ups. And I love Grown Ups. I think Grown Ups is a 10 out of 10 film. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. I think you're either here or you're here. There's no in between in that camp. The 400 Blows is the longest movie of my life. It is longer than Oppenheimer. And Oppenheimer's 3 hours. But here's the thing. 400 Blows is, what, I would say 90 minutes, 100 minutes? But it feels like 120, 130. Because the pacing is god awful. And my god. Look, I admit it. I am a hater. I was born to hate. My friends say I'm Larry David. And I take pride in that. I love that. But it doesn't mean I hate to hate. I hate what has to be hated. I don't look around the world and say, what am I gonna hate today? Let me find a target. 400 Blows. I tried so hard. I was waiting throughout the film. I'm telling myself, it's gonna get good. It's gonna get good. It's French. It's old. It's a slow burn. I like slow burns, but I was like, okay, we're not even on low. We're the stove, the gas is on, but the fire is not on. I was waiting for the fire to turn on, and it never did. It just never did. And this is the part where I'm thinking, am I in the wrong? Am I stupid? This is considered an all-time classic in French cinema. And I couldn't see it. Here's the story. A kid he's a rebel. Nobody understands him. Nobody understands him. So he does all this shit, and it's like I've been a kid. I've been there. You do stupid shit not because you're an asshole on purpose. You're just accidentally an asshole, and that's what the kid is. But the parents around him, they don't try to understand him. Nobody tries to understand him, and so he goes on this stupid journey. Like, there's nothing wrong with that plot. It's just so poorly executed that you're wishing, hey, is something gonna happen or not? The film was so bad that I don't even know if the acting was good. I think it was good. It's playing right here. I'm like, yeah, like, I think it's good. If by good you mean the film got done. There was no part where I'm thinking, oh my god, this is great. I'm astounded. I've never seen this type of acting. Dude, are we there yet? Yeah, that movie with Ice Cube, that has way better fucking acting from the kids, I mean, than this film. And then people hate that movie. I love that movie. Like I said, you're either here or here. There's no middle with these fucking movies. I don't know what to say about this movie. It looks nice. I just love that I could see old Paris, and for that, hey, thumbs up, dude. I even saw the fucking Eiffel Tower. And I didn't see the part where you could go in, like in Rush Hour 3. So either Rush Hour 3 is lying or I'm fucking stupid. I don't fucking know. And to those that say, you just don't understand the story, you need to watch it again. I'm not gonna watch it again. First of all, I'm never gonna see this film in my life. I am dead serious. If I get 10k subscribers and I got 10k donations, I'll watch it again. But until then, no, I just can't. Look, I understand. The film was trying to be something deep, something very meaningful, very artsy-fartsy, as they would say. Here's the problem. I consider a great film, even an okay film, to be a mix of two things. It has to be entertaining, and it has to be meaning. That's why if people say they don't like Grown Ups, I slightly understand it, because it's not really the most meaningful movie, but man, is it entertaining. The 400 Blows is all meaning, but there's no entertainment at all. And to those who say a movie doesn't have to be entertaining, yes, it does. You are asking for 90 minutes of a person's time, a person's money, and you're gonna make them fucking go to sleep in the movie? To compare this film to just its counterpart to French cinema, like I said, Piano Teacher, I find to be a highly entertaining and meaningful movie with lots of deep messages here and there. Where, like I said, I could talk about that film for hours. You could talk about that film for hours if you saw it too. Here, I'm just saying, no. Yes, I get the kid is supposed to go through this journey, and it's just not entertaining. It's not. And then the ending, I understand it's supposed to be something meaningful, because the mother says, oh, if you're sending my son to a juvenile center, at least put it by the ocean, because he's never seen the ocean. And then the last shot is of the kid running to the ocean, and then he looks at the camera, and it's like, oh, look at this perfect cycle. You guys see what we did? Yeah, I saw what you did. It's not fucking entertaining. It's not fucking good. That's what this film is. I hate to do this. This film was a 0.5 out of 4. I would not recommend it to anyone. I wouldn't even recommend it to my worst enemy, Isaac. That's how bad this film is. If I had to give it its own subcategory, it would definitely be wouldn't dare anyone to watch it. 400 Blows, you suck. And if you disagree with me, you suck. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm not.